All right, hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. So, yeah, before I get into it, I want to remind everyone, as usual, that Gunforged is available for purchase. It's my 2D goofy fantasy roguelite shooter, and it's available, like I said, for purchase on Steam. So if you want to support my work, that'd be a great way to do it. You can also get it at a combined discount if you get it as part of a bundle. I also have my Udemy courses that are linked in the description below as well. Those will teach you how to build a complete game in the Godot engine. I have a C# course and a GDScript course, so you can check out one of those if you're interested. And, oh, I think I forgot to, let's see. I forgot to pin something here, so let me do that real quick. I'm going to talk about the code review series that I'm doing, but I forgot to pin that, so submit your code. All right, there we go. I knew I was forgetting something. So yeah, if you check the pinned message now, that is a form that you can use to submit your Godot project if you are interested in potentially being featured in a code review video. In those videos, I will take 10 to 30 minutes just looking at your code and your project structure from a technical standpoint and just offering my critique and feedback, as well as just providing general education for everyone watching. So if there's something that you're doing in your project that's particularly interesting, I may spend time talking about it. The first episode of that series is going to be going live tomorrow at the normal stream time because I won't be streaming tomorrow, so you can watch that instead. It's a very good project. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff in that episode. I go over behavior trees and state machines to some extent, as well as just generally show you what a sophisticated project looks like. So I hope you enjoy that. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Did YouTube pause my stream again? Let's see. No, the audio's still going. Okay, never mind. All right, a little scatterbrained today, but hello, Aniki, welcome back. Hello, Kinyaz. Always good to see you. Artem, welcome back to you as well. Neozoid, lurking as always. K-Clouds, hello from the office. Hello. Marcos. Good morning, Marcos. Welcome, everybody. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot my drink. Okay, hold on a second. All right, I'm back. Like I said, a little bit scatterbrained this morning, but we will get through it. All right, so what am I doing today? I'm going to be working on some more visual stuff today with the game. I think we're done with the shop for now. That doesn't mean that the shop won't change in the future, but I think the shop is looking pretty good, and I'll just show you how that ended up. I don't remember. I think I did some work on it yesterday. So we got this here, going to the shop here. So there's the shop in animation. And then if I go to upgrade or alchemy, I guess, slap this in, you can see that the shop has disappeared. And once I complete this alchemy encounter, the shop will come back in. And if I buy things here, so I'll buy that, and I go to upgrade, take those, and the shop will have that item missing now because I purchased it. So all the state is preserved, and then I can exit out of the shop encounter and go into the next series of encounters. So I think that's decent for now. I think that's okay. So one thing that I'm going to be targeting next here is this sort of upper bar here. I think that this upper bar is kind of bad. So I'm going to do some new indicators here, I think. I just don't know exactly what to make this bar look like. That's the thing that I'm kind of struggling with right now, like this upper section here. I think I'm going to move the speed controls maybe up here as well alongside the currency. The speed controls need work as well. They're not the best. But I did start doodling on some new progress icons. So basically these candles here are events, and then the swords are combat. And this is kind of like the timeline until you get to the boss here. So what I've actually done is I've redrawn it. These are the new icons here. So this is like the event icon. And the idea here is I actually kind of liked the shopkeeper eyes, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I made eyes like a motif or some kind of theme in here. So the idea is that the event eye here, so this is what it would be like when you haven't encountered an event. And then when you've unlocked an event, or you've happened upon an event, the eye will open up, and I can add blink animations to it. So this would be like a blink there, but then I can also flip it so that it looks like it's looking around. Okay, well, that's not flipping around a proper axis. Let's see. So I can make it look around, you know, and blink. So blinking, looking around. I don't know, be kind of cool. So this could be like the events here, and then of course the sword still representing the combat. I don't have a boss icon yet because I don't want to go, I guess I don't want to go too deep on this until I figure out exactly what it's going to look like. But my idea here was that these would kind of be, oh, I should group these together. New group, combat. So the idea was I would maybe just center these here. Yeah, just like this whole upper section, I don't know what to do with. I just don't know. I also wonder if I should just remove this. Get rid of that top detailing entirely and just move these things up. It's going to be too close to the edge of the screen though. So I think I do need some kind of border up here. And then, I don't know, yeah. Yeah, it's a big question. I don't know what to make this look like. So, anyway, this is stuff we're going to be experimenting with today. Trying to get the visuals in shape. I do think that centering these things would be good. Yeah, I don't know. How does it look currently? Hello, Jackie. Welcome back. The hammer animation looked cool. Thank you. Also, what do you think are the most fascinating aspects of bacterial DNA replication? How do you think the process might differ in more complex organisms? The most fascinating things of bacterial DNA replication is how did it even begin in the first place? Good morning, Craig. Good morning from my work laptop. Welcome, Ryan. Love cute details, adds a lot to the appeal. Yeah, I think it will. I think it will. Have you any problem do some inspired? I don't know what the first part of your question is, Marcos. But yeah, I mean, let's see. Play with a mechanic that combines items to create weapons. Yeah, so I've always been fascinated with that. So that's kind of yeah, that's kind of something that I've always been kind of interested in is getting like mechanics that chain together. So one of the games that I have on Steam, which is called Sword Slinger, is basically that, where you basically program a sword's behavior to try to beat a level, and it's all like logical flows and like triggers and stuff like that. And then of course Gunforged is all about like combining different things together to create like certain behaviors, and then using that in conjunction with your passives, and the way that the data flows to that system is very cool. But yeah, I've always been fascinated by doing stuff like that, where you just combine things together, and I'm actually doing that in this game too with the alchemy system, where you combine two cards together and then they get abilities of both cards. I just love doing that. I think that there's huge potential there, especially when you're talking about a game that needs to be replayable, you know, because then it's like the combinations, as long as the systems are designed well, like the gameplay systems and the combat systems, you can unlock a lot of potential like replayability by just enabling players to mix and match things. Like one of the things I like about Sword Slinger is that it's a puzzle game, but it's a puzzle game where there's a huge variety of solutions for each of the levels. Like it's not the type of puzzle game where it's like there's one solution. It's basically just you can program whatever works, you know. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to download Sword Slinger and play it again. Oops. I guess the code review video actually went live today. Oops. Oh no, this week is a disaster. Okay, well, if you want to watch the Godot code review video, it's not coming out tomorrow. It came out 5 minutes ago because I set the date for the wrong day, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Just don't leave the stream. You can watch it after the stream. But yeah, that video is available now, so definitely check that out if you're interested. Wow, today is just a scatterbrained day, isn't it? Anyway, it's about to be more scatterbrained because I need to figure out what the heck I'm doing with all this stuff. Hello, 16-bit video games. Hi. Welcome. Good to see you. Tempted to watch right now, yeah. Don't leave the stream just yet. It was supposed to go live tomorrow at 10 because I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, but oh well. Oh well, I'm not going to set the video to private now or whatever. Shoot, how did I get that wrong? I keep thinking today is Friday for some reason. Anyway. Oh well. What am I going to do about this? That's a good question. So I'm kind of tempted to just make this indicator system work and then just figure out where to place it later. Which may not be ideal, but it's fine. I do know that I want this new design, or I want to see what it looks like at least. I think it's going to be really cool with the eyeballs like animating a little bit. So I think what I'll do is I'll just try it. These things can be merged. I don't know why these things are different. So let's merge this down. Call this event border. Okay. get all this exported. We should have, what, 7 things exported? How am I not supposed to watch it now that you mentioned? I'm sorry. 31 days in fake April, yeah. It may actually be good for the video metrics to for it to release now, because when the channel name appears in the recommended, it's like highlighted as live, and so it kind of stands out a little bit extra. You know what I mean? So like when people see the recommended video, and then it's also like my channel name is like highlighted in red as like live. It's just extra like eye-catching. So it might actually be good to release a video at the same time you're streaming. Just a hunch I have. I always tend to like click on recommended videos where I see the live thing. It's like, wait, I don't know. I'm making a 3D VHS horror game in Godot. Every time I see a person making games in this engine, it makes me push forward and encourage me to finish my project, and I'm a beginner. Yeah, awesome. That's great. A VHS horror game. I'm not a huge fan of horror games, but I think horror games like uniquely... The thing about horror games is that you have to be really good at making the atmosphere, and that's one thing that I haven't really done in my games, is like really focus on the atmosphere. But for a horror game, that's like what the entirety of the game is, you know? So it's a good way to practice doing like atmosphere and style and all that stuff. But I'm too much of a scaredy cat. I can't do horror. Combine items, bottle, canister, grenade guns, cause damage in an area, but my intention to do with endless possibilities. Yeah, I mean, games like that are great. I love games like that. If you had to fight a velociraptor with nothing but a rubber duck and a spoon, what would your strategy be? How big are velociraptors? Are they... They're like 2 feet, right? A rubber duck and a spoon. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. Is it a good question? I don't think it's actually a good question. I take that back. My strategy would be to go to the museum with the velociraptor skeleton and just squeeze the chicken in mockery. All right, so... Every question is a good question. All right, let's... Enough procrastinating here. What did I call this? Oh, run progress bar. So I'm going to need to really redo this. What am I going to do? I am going to... I think I'm going to completely redo this. I think I will completely redo this. Here's what I'm gonna do. Control, run progress event, sprite 2D. Okay, so we got the event border here. This is what? 18 by 14. So we'll do 18 by 14. Okay, and then the sprite 2D we'll do background. And then we're gonna do event locked. We'll just keep it centered. Might as well. So there's our event locked. Event I closed. And then we need event I. The I closed needs to be over top of it, but both of these need to be closed by default. Okay. So there's that. So we got the run progress event. I'm going to save this branch as a scene. Scenes, UI, level progression, run progress bar, save it in there. We'll add scripts to these later. I'm going to get the sword set up now. Let's do control, run progress, sword. This is 19 by 27. Perfect. And then we're going to center this. There we go. Center that. Okay, so we got combat, combat locked. Oh, I should probably outline that as well. Okay. Let me just export that. Scripts, export layers. Should just do one. Hello, Dusty. Welcome back. Always good to see you. Oh. Did it not update the combat locked? Why didn't it update that? Uh-oh. What did it update? Oh, it went to the wrong spot. Oh, okay. I forgot to delete. Let's delete this. Okay, third time is a charm. There we go. All right. Combat locked, and then we need the combat unlocked. Okay, I think that will work for now. Save branch scene, run progress. Oh, this should be called combat. Okay, alrighty. I'm going to load both of these as placeholders. Okay, and I'm going to add a script to those as well. Game.ui.level progression. Game.ui.level progression. All right. So now this run progress bar, let's get rid of all this stuff. Oops. Get rid of all this. We don't need anything like this. We just need export private instance placeholder run progress event. Run progress combat. Is that what I called them? Yes. Okay. Candles, swords, arrows. We don't, well, maybe, I don't know what to do about the skull here. Lit arrow index. I don't have arrows anymore. Okay, so setup. Let's just get rid of this. Let's just get rid of this. Okay. Events between combat encounters. So here's what I'll do then. Add arrow. We're not going to do any add arrows today. No siree. Get rid of this. We're going to get rid of this. So it looks like we are going to need a list. Okay, so in here, what we're gonna do, our event instance is equal to run progress event dot create instance as run progress event. Events dot add event instance. I think that's basically it. And we're going to do the same thing for the sword here. Sword instance, run progress combat. Actually, we'll call it combat instance. Combats. I don't know if combats can be plural, but in this case, we're going to do it. Combats, combat instance. Okay, so in here, yeah, I don't know what to do about the skull yet, so we'll just get rid of that. On event selection entered, events, event selection started, equals candle lit. So let's do, so we're going to need a method in here called public void unlock. And I'm just going to call unlock in here. Event selection started greater than 1. We're going to get rid of this lit arrow index. We don't care about that anymore. Candles. So events completed. Get first node of type dot emitting equals true. So I don't think this is necessary any longer. On combat selection entered. Public void unlock. Combats dot unlock. We'll get rid of the arrow stuff. On combat finished, yeah, we're gonna get rid of this as well for now. Okay. What does this look like now, even with just those changes? I wonder. It don't look like nothing. Null reference exception. Event instance run progress event dot create instance. This is loaded as a placeholder, right? As run progress event. Run progress event. Oh, these are exports. Oops. Node. Oops. Hello, Neoni, or Neon Eye. Welcome. Good to see you again. I know you are, but what am I? Yeah. Welcome back, Adam. Hello, Garlic. What you working on today? Today I'm working... Oh, that's not right. Today I'm working on a new indicator for the run progress, which this is actually looking very good. If this was in the correct order, this is actually looking great. So yeah, I just need to get these in the right order. You know, I used to watch your Gunforge lives, and back then you worked more in animations and action sequences and stuff. Now you spend more time in mechanics and stuff like that. Really liked when you work on boss fights. Now it's basically reading a book simulator. Yeah, well, those are different stages of development. So with Gunforged, a lot of the architecture was in place for the game where I could just create content for the streams. In this game, I'm still very much in the construction phases of all the systems. And so, you know, that stuff has to be in place before I can design interesting encounters and cards and events and stuff. And this game is also going to be relatively art heavy. So yeah, I think it's just different stages of development. Right now, my primary focus is getting the game to look and feel really nice to play. Because I think the mechanics, I think the like gameplay foundation is pretty solid. It still needs a lot of work, but I want the visuals to, I want updated visuals because it helps me get excited about a game idea, and also I just like to see more like what a mature version of the game looks like. You know, it's hard for me to just like keep developing content like, oh yeah, I know this is going to be fun. I need to see like some level of polish kind of early on too. So that's what we're doing, but this is all wrong. I think what I need to do is I need to say move child event instance to index. -1. Hello, Tupa. Welcome back. Good to see you. Combat instance. I don't know if this is going to work. Does -1 say add it to the end? I know I can't use -0, so... There we go. So it's a little bit off the screen here, but... And those are highlighted, which is not good. So we need that to be off. And let me go to my game UI now. Run progress bar. So this HBox container, this is the currency container. The visuals here are going to be a little bit messed up, but I'm going to turn this down to 100. This is going to be a little bit awkward. It's going to be a little bit awkward, but I need more room for that progress. I think what I'm going to do is I want to move this progress maybe like... Actually, it kind of looks good just at the top of the screen there, disregarding these little decorative elements. If I were to... Let me just hide the currency container here so that this can be centered. What does it look like if it's centered? Yeah, that looks really good. That looks really good centered. Move it off the top just a little bit, maybe. A little bit of padding at the top. So that's like your progress up there. And then we can find a different... I mean, the currency can still go over here. But the question is, where would the speed controls go? So I may not want to put the speed controls at the top of the screen now. Maybe they could be down here. They might be better. This might be better as like a unified UI element. I'm just thinking out loud here. This might be better as a unified element. So here, I've still got this begin button that I need to do something with. So I wonder if I took the game speed controls, moved them down like here, but then also made the begin button part of that UI. So that way, like all of your game controls are here. And then that frees up the top. Yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. Maybe I'll do something like that. Anyway, we should actually get these functional. I only started watching your code video, but made me think, what extensions do you use? I don't use many, like plugins, you mean? Project, plugins. I have all of these ones that I wrote. A palette importer, so I can change the Godot color picker swatches to whatever color palette that I want to use. I've got a node library, which contains things like a random timer that I use, and then a center pivot offset, which is just a button that appears here that allows me to easily center the pivot offset for control nodes. That's it. Those are the plugins. And then, of course, I have C# things, various NuGet packages for C#. But yeah, that's it. That's all the plugins that I use. What do you think of the video so far, Tupa, the code review video? Which, by the way, I did not intend for that video to go live today. It was supposed to go live tomorrow at... 10, but it went live today at 10, so... Gotta love that, I suppose. Oops. Oops. I'm just starting on game dev. Your video about composition helped me a lot. Thanks. You're welcome. Igo Norrent. You're welcome. Do you think I can watch both your live and video together, or do you think multitasking like that is not feasible? You could certainly try. I don't know if you'll be able to handle two of me talking at the same time. Personally, that would drive me insane. Guess you'll have to go live tomorrow too, as to not ruin the day's content. I can't, unfortunately. I have a friend visiting from far away, so I will be dedicating my time to hanging out with him. 5 minutes in, like it a lot, just want to watch you live right now, finish it later. Awesome. Yeah, I'm very curious to hear if anyone watching this live stream right now ends up going and watching that video. Please leave a comment on it. Let me know what you think of the format. Let me know what you think you'd like to see. And yeah. Makes me want to get going on my project to submit for you to roast me. Yeah. I mean, we won't be roasting projects. Any feedback I offer will be definitely gentle and constructive. That's for sure. So anyway, what am I doing? Oh yeah, we got to figure out what the heck is going on here. So let's take a look narrowly at the run progress event here. So when it gets unlocked, the eye needs to show up and then it needs to start an animation for blinking and also flipping this. So we want to flip the H so it looks like it's looking around. I may actually want a different sprite for that so the highlight doesn't move with it as well. I'm going to go the extra mile. We're going to duplicate this eye. And we're going to event eye. I'll just call it alternate. And I'll take this, move that over, and do that. So now the highlight is not going to move, so it's only the iris that's going to move here. Okay, let's see if I can do this correctly now. Export layers. We want to get rid of this layer group here. Export. Okay. And I'll just duplicate this event eye alternate. Okay, so now that highlight isn't moving, so I'll just hide and close that, and then this can be hidden and closed, so it's blinking. Cool, so when we unlock it, actually, I don't need, let's do this. So we need, we don't need the locked, we just need eye alternate, and eye closed. So let's grab those two things, or three things rather. Node private sprite 2D. I already forgot it. I private sprite 2D. I alternate. Node private sprite 2D. I closed. Is that what I called it? Oh, I'm so good at remembering things. All right. So unlock. So this is where we need to start. Let's do this. Tween blink tween. Actually, do I want to do that? Maybe I'll just use random timers here. That might be better. Random timer. I'll just set it to the same that I set the shop merchant timer. So we'll do the blink timer, and then let's duplicate this. And this is going to be one shot auto start. No, one shot. And then we'll do... I'll just call it shift timer, or maybe look timer. Let's get a reference to those things. Node private timer, look timer, node private timer, blink timer. So on unlock, what I want to do, let's do this in ready first. Public override void ready. I'm going to hide all those things. So I.visible is equal to false. I close.visible equals false. I alternate.visible. Just in case I leave the editor in a bad state, when it gets added to the game, all those things will be redone. We're going to say I.visible is equal to true. And then we're going to do private static read only string name start random start. Oops. Random blink timer dot call start random, look timer dot call start random, blink timer dot timeout plus equals on blink timeout, on look timeout, on blink timeout. Var tween is equal to, so we'll do I close dot visible is equal to true, tween equals create tween dot tween interval 0.2 tween dot tween callback callable dot from. I should write an extension method for this tween callback that accepts just a lambda function and wraps it in a callable automatically. That would be so nice. Anyway, tween dot from, or callable dot from iClose dot visible equals false. Private void on look timeout. We're going to say iAlternate.visible is equal to not iAlternate.visible, so we're just going to alternate it. We also need to call this again, so blinktimer.call start random, looktimer.call start random. All right, let's see what happens. I will review your review for sure. Thank you. What's in your drink? It's just coffee, black coffee. Are you planning any more courses? Yeah, I'm going to be working on after this weekend, I'll be starting earnestly on a multiplayer course. No, I said late May or early June. Probably early June, but I'm going to resolve to get the course done during May. I think that's going to be good. So we'll see. So there's a little eyeball now. I like that. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I'm going to turn the look timer down a little bit, so it's going to look more frantically in every direction. With sugar. Nope. Nothing in my coffee. Just pure coffee. Just coffee and water. Black coffee means black Irish. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Okay, so we've got the eyeball up there. I actually want to maybe turn this back up again. So 1 second minimum max wait time of 6. Isn't it bitter? No. I think if you get good coffee, it's not bitter. Let's see what it looks like when there's multiple eyes open. That's actually super cool. I like that. I mean, there is bitter black coffee. I mean, it depends. Like, if you burn the coffee, if you get low quality coffee, you know, like, obviously, if you go to just like a random Waffle House and you get like black coffee, it's not going to be the best. I'm not like a coffee snob. I'm just like, you know, there's an obvious difference. Okay. Just auto resolve that. So I haven't actually added the code for the combat encounters yet. Those eyes are pretty cool though. I like those. Definitely add some more motion and some more life to the UI here. How do we feel about the eyeballs? What kind of coffee do I use? It's called Death Wish, which is very edgy, but one of the reasons I buy it is because it's very good tasting, just black coffee. Very smooth. So let's get the swords highlighting then. And then we'll figure out how to position this in the UI. It's going to be a relatively slow stream because I'm just kind of trudging through this trying to figure out what to do with this. Yep, that's right, Neozoid. That is correct. Let's do this. Begin auto resolve. I just want to see what it looks like when there's a bunch of eyeballs. I think the eyeballs are great. Yeah, I like them. Let's get the sword unlocked now so you can see what that looks like. Fortunately, I don't really have a good idea for what the sword animation could be. But what I'm going to do in here, combat locked, combat unlocked. So basically, I just need to get this unlocked version. So we'll do locked. We'll call this background. So I'll just get the unlocked version. So node private sprite 2D unlocked. Public override void ready. Unlocked dot visible is equal to false. Unlocked dot visible equals true. All right, let's see. I see what you did there. Get it? See, because they're eyeballs. Yes. I get it. I get it. I definitely get it. All right. Let's see. Let's see what this looks like. We'll just click through these things. All right. Now we're on the sword. Okay. So yeah, I think that's fine. I just got to figure out what I'm doing with this upper section now. I just have to figure out what I'm doing with this upper section. And I still need to have like a boss indicator at the end here too. Which wasn't even working in the previous iteration of this thing, so right now I'm basically at feature parity. What am I gonna do? Well, let me just commit this. So, oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that because I haven't figured out what to do with this currency container yet. Oh no, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Well, I guess I'll just experiment a little bit. Maybe I will commit this. Should I do this in a different branch? Nah. Nah. I think that progress bar is a definite improvement. Probably still could add some stuff like which node you're currently on in the progress there, but yeah, we'll figure it out. The dab. The dab. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break, and when I come back, we'll just start experimenting with this UI up here, and we'll just see what looks good. It's possible that I'll end up with something that looks decent, and it's possible that that won't happen, so we're all in it for the ride, right? In the meantime, please check out the links in the description below. Those are all the ways that you can support my work, and also check the pinned message in the live stream chat here. That is the way in which you can submit your project for being potentially featured in a code review video. So the first of that series went live today at 10 a.m. So you can watch that after the stream as well. And again, if you're interested, use that link to submit. Give me 2 minutes, I'll be right back, and we will continue on with this work. All right, I'm back. Good morning, Christopher. Welcome back. You should make a counter for how many times you say so in your video. Yeah, I noticed that when I was editing. I guess I need to get better at not saying that. I'm pretty good at not saying in the videos, but I guess so is the next thing I need to eliminate from my vocab. That's okay. What is he doing with that top row? I don't know. We'll find out together. Forgot to update. How's the cat? He's fine. He got some treatment, some anti-nausea medication, and so he's been able to keep the food down for the past couple of days, but yesterday was the last day I was supposed to continue him on the anti-nausea medication, and so I'm very nervous that once the medication wears off later today that all the issues are going to return. So I'm kind of debating ignoring the vet and going ahead and giving him another dose of the anti-nausea anyway, or obeying the vet and then potentially having a disaster on my hands while my friend is visiting. It's a kind of a stressful situation. What is the functionality? The functionality is it's the level progress tracker. So it's basically your way of knowing how close you are to fighting the boss. So each eyeball here is an event, and so you have 2 events before each combat. So this is event number 1, and an event is just an opportunity to increase your power and spend your money. So you get 2 events every time before you enter a combat, and so each eyeball represents how many events you've encountered, and then the combat is combat event. And so basically at the end of this chain is the boss, which doesn't exist yet, but this is just the player a notification, a way of notifying the player or informing the player of how close they are to the end of the level. And then once they fight the boss, they will go to another level with a different sort of crop of enemies that can be used. Is there functionality for that weird line at the top? No. This is what I'm going to be working on next, is figuring out what to do about this. So I think what I'm going to do is probably shrink this down a little bit. So if I go to my, let's see, frame, where is this coming from? Assets UI screen. So let's open that up. Assets UI screen. Yeah, so basically this frame here, what I'm going to do is chop this off. Get rid of that. Then let's get rid of the reference here. Yeah, let's take this frame now. I'm gonna move this up. Like so. This is the part that I'm trying to figure out. Like, I don't know what to do about this. Also, why is that doing that? Hello? Why is that doing that? Why are you... Oh. Never mind. Shoot. So if I take this, let's just switch this to red or something and do that. And then remove that. So I don't know if this is going to work. Probably not going to, but I'm not going to really know unless I try it. So let's export the frame then. So let's do layer frame. Call this frame, and let's do canvas export. Okay, so there's the new frame. Currency container, I still don't know what to do about this. So that's unfortunate. What I might have to do here is, this is an HBox container. If I just add another control here, and I set this to expand, and I turn this minimum size off, and I turn this to expand as well, that's going to center that. And then I also want... Shoot. Oi. Run progress bar. Let's do a margin container here. Run progress bar. Let's get rid of these. Shrink center. Why? I'm going to change this. Let's just get rid of these. So this margin container, excuse me, goodness. Let's move this off the top a little bit. There we go. Yeah, this is not going to look good. This is not going to look good, but I think part of the experimenting is hopefully maybe something will be revealed in terms of what I can do. Yeah, I don't know. The method to reorder layers in Aseprite was very wonky. Yes, it is. It's very wonky. I just got a very funny text. Sorry. Hello, Damien. How are we all today? I'm doing well. A little bit slow today. I got a lot on my mind. This game, I gotta do a bunch of errands in preparation for my friend's visit. The cat may or may not still be sick. I don't know. Oh, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. That's okay. The program tricks you into thinking it would be done like Photoshop because all the other UI and hotkeys, but then the layer reorder is like right click and drag. Oh, is it really right click? I think I just use left click. You have to click on like the border though. But you can use right click. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think if you just click I usually just click on the border though, and then I can reorder it that way. But I didn't know right click did the same thing. That's interesting. Good to know. I like the little tricks. I didn't know if you pressed a node and then F would find it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Also reminds me of the Bitterstea series. He basically taught me how to play Hearts of Iron 4 like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that, yeah, that's the other nice thing about the code review videos is that they're just opportunities for like little tiny tips and stuff. So I don't know. I do like the code review series. It's a nice vehicle for just general. Like, obviously, they can't be super in depth. They're not going to be like a master class in like how to architecture a project. But I think just being exposed to like what other projects look like and then having somebody just point out things can itself just be very, very useful. So that's my impression anyway. I'm glad to know that you feel the same way. Jesse the Fish, hello, welcome back. That's even less intuitive, yeah. It is. Oh no, the cat. Yeah, I mean the cat is fine. He's been keeping food down. It's just his anti-nausea medication is stopping today, so we will see what happens. Watch the first half of the code review and it's refreshing to see what others are doing and thinking. Yeah, cool. I'm glad you like it. Maybe your cat needs a jumper. A jumper? Like the clothes? What am I gonna do about this? Would this look better if there was no frame here? So if I took this and I just delete, oops, what did I just do? If I take this, goodness gracious, that's okay. If I just delete that and then I do frame again, is this just going to be better? Now, of course, the problem is that the health globes are kind of awkwardly situated here, but I might be able to do something about that. I don't even know. Somebody made a comment about how the health globes are kind of out of the way too. So I'm kind of wondering if I should just move them down to the middle here. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. The problem with doing a bunch of UI art like this is that anytime I want to move something around, I have to redo the art too. But, you know, whatever makes the game look good. See, now this looks kind of weird if it's just floating there. Let me do something here. Here's what I'm going to do. Shrink this bad boy down to the minimum size. This is going to be a nightmare as well. This is going to be a nightmare as well. Hold up a second. Frame. Okay, so we'll remove the frame here. Okay, cool. So now let's do this. Is there a better way to capture a screenshot here? Can I do that in OBS? Oh, I screw up my stream. Okay. Here's what I'll do. Crop this. Why does Windows have these dumb border roundings down here? Okay. So basically the reason I did that is because now I have a screen reference in here. So for the screen here, I've got this reference, which is old anyway. So if I do this, new reference, paste that there. This reference needs to be down here. Okay, that'll work. Oh, shoot. Well, I did it somewhat wrong, but that's okay. Does the health globe have its own? I really hope the health globe has its own thing. I should probably check that before I delete stuff. Let's see, UI. Why is this the way that it is? Oh, goodness. Don't save. Okay, so I can't delete all those health globes. I mean, I can probably delete this at least, maybe. All right, well, I guess what I'll do then is I will... Okay. Are we good now? Jeepers. Okay, I think we're good. Now I can actually work. It's okay. Getting a lot of good comments on that code review video already. Ranking by views, 4 out of 10. Ooh, this one's a banger. This one's a banger. Anyway, the globes are still a bit too far up. Eyes have to dart up and down a lot. Yeah, I will probably experiment with moving those down to the middle maybe. I could maybe even potentially integrate them as part of the board again. I don't know. I don't know. Although that would invalidate the art that I did. Don't you love the little like wing right here? Isn't that nice? I would have to remove that. Or I could just slide them down too, but anyway. Oh, this is a mess. This is a mess. So anyway, what I was doing is I was thinking maybe if I take like this, let's see. I'm just doodling here. There's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just trying to imagine what it would be like if there was like a cutout here. So if there was a solid, like a solid arc here and a solid arc here. I'm really struggling here. UI is absolutely my 100% weakest point. I can never, ever get it right. It's just so difficult, especially when you're trying to make it look good and like add visual flourishes to it. So not only do you have to worry about the hierarchy of the information, like how do you show the information without making the screen look too cluttered or too empty? How do you present the information in a way that the player can understand it, especially when you're dealing with a low resolution like I am? And then, I mean, yeah, it's just difficult. It's just difficult, that's all. So yeah, I have no clue. I have no clue how to do this. Globes are in a perfect spot. Don't listen to the haters. If I said sweater with that, I failed to make a joke because your cat has no fur. Oh, I see. I got you. I got you. Should be warm enough in here, a little diva, that they're probably too far to the left and high up. Yeah. What do the swords represent? Could they make the bottom look like a trail road fence? So the eyes and swords look like a journey, like an old cemetery fence. Yeah, I could do something like that. I don't want to worry about the visual details though until I can kind of figure out like where this information is actually going to be shown. You honestly think the wing gets in the way? What's a cliche necromancer version of like a scroll or a tablet? Maybe that can be the background. That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty well stumped. I gotta find a place for the speed controls, which also need a visual update. I need a place for this. I need a place for the currency. And then like these borders don't look that good either. Should the health globes be centered, or should they be... Like if it was centered with the board, would that be better? The problem is now there's going to be a bunch of space taken up by text here that's going to... Because the board can grow, so the board could be like right up against this. Now, I could move it down here maybe and make it more traditional. But isn't that the same problem? It's just like you have to look very far for it. Yeah, I have no clue. I am completely out of inspiration and ideas for this UI. Which means I should probably do something else, because I'm not going to figure it out right now. Yeah, I'm not going to figure this out. What changes have I made here? Let's see. Why not put the dollar under the cell? Why not put the dollar under the cell? So every time you sell something, you can see it go up. Oh, under here. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, the currency. Put the currency down here. Oh, yeah, there's room here for that. So that could work. That's a good idea. Put that there. That would free up that space here. I do think I want to move these speed controls like down here somewhere. I have my own preferences for UI and UX. I might not like the wing, but that should not invalidate it. No, I understand. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking it all feedback, but I will make a decision that I want to make at the end of the day. I mean, everything's in flux. The wing may disappear. The health globes may be different. You know, I might, if I need to, maybe what I'll do is instead of making the health globes orbs, I can make them look like vials that are longer than they are wide, but still have the liquid so that they're just more compact along the side here. And I could see it like, you know, those like barbershop spinny things that are very typical in cartoons and whatnot. I could like easily, quote unquote, like mount those to the sides of the screen here. And so they're just like nice, long, skinny health bars that take up a little bit less space than this. Maybe 30% less space, create some room there. And then I can center those more easily as well. That might be an interesting thing to try. Obviously, I would get rid of these little decorations like this hand here and then the wing. But that's something I'm thinking about doing to solve the problem of moving the health bars down and then figuring out what to do here. I mean, this could just be as simple as creating just like a frame cut out for this of some kind. Can't glaze hookah enough. All good, Sleepy Clee. Welcome back. You know what? I'll tell you what. We've been doing boring UI stuff for far too long. Do I want to save these changes? Yeah, I mean, I think I'm moving in the right direction, so UI work. Let's do something fun. Let's, I mean, this is basically like Friday for you guys because I will not be streaming tomorrow. So let's spend the rest of the stream doing some fun stuff instead. And I hope that there's nothing here. Okay. So let's just create some new content. Content is always useful for this game. I'm actually going to call the shop done here. Oh, no, it's not. I still need to add prices to the shop. I'm not going to be cute. Algorithm. Hello, Nunes Games. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so let's take a look at what we got here. Morel, eyeball, puppet strings. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh. Puppet strings. That's a good one. Or maybe we'll just do the more traditional marionette. How do I spell marionette? Did I spell it correctly? Or is it two N's? It looks like it's one. And what I'm going to do is deal X damage for every allied minion card. Okay, let's do that. So we'll create a marionette. Let's draw it first. So what do I want to make the marionette? What kind of... Do I want to make it a 2x2? Or I can make it one of these L shapes as well. Also, I'm realizing something that's annoying me here. Card background. Yeah, this. We're gonna clean that up there. And then we're also going to clean up this one here. There shouldn't be a highlight down here that's not consistent with the other cards. All right, so we'll do that. And then let's do, how big should we make it? Graduating with a degree in computer programming in a week. My next goal is to build and ship a game on Steam and or mobile. Awesome. Congratulations on your graduation. Make an eye shape from another degree for inventory management reasons. An eye shape. An eye shape. So you mean like this? I could also do something like this. Oh, L. Oh. L shape from another degree. Yeah, I could do that. L is small L. Yeah. Make a long boy. Oh, that's a good one. I don't have one that's yet 3 cells tall, which could actually be very interesting. That's a great idea. Actually forgotten. I'm going to do that, but I am going to use your suggestion, Kinyaz, just not for this card. So the first thing that I need to do then is I actually need to open both of these. Sprite. How big is this? 18 by 36. Let's do another plus 18. I'm actually kind of paranoid here. Let me just make sure. This is 54, and this one is what? 54. Okay, perfect. Just bloop. Bloop. Just expand this in here. Cool. And then we'll do... So this is a 1x3 mask. 1x3 mask.png. Cool. And then we'll do a... This will just be 1x3. Cool. Let's save this now. Into assets card, we'll do marionette. Marionette. I'm going to make sure that I'm spelling that correctly before I go too deep. Marionette. I spelled it right. Okay, good. Good, good. Okay, so load default palette. Let's see how this goes. So obviously I'm going to want the little character here. So let's see if I can do like a little... I've franked it up already. Pardon my language. I'm trying to make it look goofy like you typically expect a marionette to look. The proportions are a little bit off. That's okay. A lot of it is off just because it's this arm or whatever is coming in the way here. But I do need like a torso. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. We'll get it. Good old trial and error. This will help too when there's different colors in place. Should I make it like Pinocchio? That would actually be really funny. So I'll clean up a lot of this in a little bit, but the most important thing is to get the shape and stuff down. And we'll figure out how to color all this in as well. Actually, that doesn't look terrible. The only thing is I don't have room for a foot over here. I wonder if I just... I think I liked it the way it was before. I could maybe just... I'm very close here. Oh, that looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Okay, so now the strings. We need like the little marionette cross thing that's typically used. Master of Puppet style. Wonder if I should put like just one back here as well. Don't really know if I should be cluttering this up too much, but I do need to make it look like the strings are going to the back and whatnot. This can probably be straightened out a little bit here. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. Maybe you disagree, and that's okay. But you will be banned if you disagree, so be careful. All right. Suggesting for the art, make a hand holding the marionette cross with the strings leading down to a voodoo doll. Well, I already have a voodoo doll, but I'm kind of going that direction. Sorry, I haven't checked chat in a while. Yeah, great minds think alike. There we go. Awesome color palette, by the way. Thank you. I wish I could take credit for it, but I just grabbed this color palette off of low spec. So I wish I was good enough to claim credit, but I do like it. I'll claim credit for choosing it. How's that? I'm going to darken these lines a little bit. Wonder if I should move this down. And maybe make this thicker. Yeah, I think that looks better. What am I missing here? Did I do something wrong? Oh, I did. There we go.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay. I think that looks fine. Okay, so now we gotta obviously do the marionette now, but yeah, there we go. You were good enough to see the potential in it. I see the vision. Good. Good. All right. Give me just 2 seconds here. I'm gonna take a quick break. I need a bio break very desperately. Okay, I'm back. Manga time, welcome. All right, so we're almost there. Now I just got to get this guy all filled in, and let's see how that's going to work. Kind of debating, do I want to use the darker color? No. The thing about this orange is I don't really have good highlight colors either, but I may be able to get away with using white as the highlight color. Yeah, I think I could probably do that. That's fine. All right, so then for this, we'll do that. Probably will need an extra dark color there. And then we can differentiate the lower body part there. The hand. That looks better. His bottom part feels a little bit too long, maybe? Yeah, that looks better, I think. Yeah, I think that looks fine. All right. Now what I might do for the leg here is darken that up quite substantially and then do red here. And then down here as well. Yeah, that works. And I'll do the same here. I almost wonder if I should make these lines back here dark. I think that looks much better, actually. Might put like 1 or 2 highlights down there. Let's see. This is still looking a little bit flat up here. I think the big thing that I need to do actually is probably do some kind of separation with the black. And then here, I think that's what I need to do. Maybe I did it wrong. Maybe... maybe it was better before. I do think that there's just like something in here that could change. Maybe that? I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it. Maybe I'll just leave it. It's probably okay. I like the Pinocchio nose, thank you. Can you make him bend his head or too hard? I think that would... I don't have enough resolution to like do an angled head very well, I don't think. I'm assuming you mean like rotate it counterclockwise like this. But I'm not sure. I mean, I can try. Let's give it a quick try. Let's give it a quick try. I'm trying not to make him look like a narwhal. Well, what do we think about that? Maybe it's not. Oh, that looks better. I think a slight angle to the head could work. What do we think about this? Ben adds after all, he can't control his body. Yeah. So there's the... oh, I can't easily swap between them. Oops. Okay. New head, old head. New head, old head. Oops. New head, old head. I think I kind of do like the new head better. Looks good now, you like it? I might shorten, maybe I'll shorten the nose just a little bit here. Yeah, that looks better. Cool. Good suggestion. I like that. Yeah, I do think, I mean, the part of the issue is that this is at an angle, so it's hard to get a good shape out of it. Maybe if I added those 2 pixels, you see what I did there? Is that better? So wait, there's the old head here. If I add these 2 pixels here, maybe that makes it better? If I add a little bit of highlighting too. Or is that too much? I'm just playing around. I think it looks fine. I think that looks fine. Okay, which one? Let's see. Love that. Nice. What if you got rid of the nose and shape would change a lot? He would look like he's looking at us. Well, I want him looking up into the left. I'm not going to get rid of the nose. I like the nose. I like the nose. Okay, there's the marionette. Let's go ahead and add a script to this guy now. 3 tall, 1 wide. That's the first, right? Yes, it is. Somebody in the chat, I forgot who it was. Oh, Forgotten said make it a long boy. That's right. Create new card. Card definition resource. Marionette. Okay, this is a 1x3. Marionette. Marionette. Tags. We're going to make this a ritual item. Turn cooldown, let's do 6. Critical chance, let's, maybe we will give it a critical chance, 10%. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so now we need to create a card for this. Scripts, data, card, I'm just gonna copy this. New file, marionette.cs. Marionette tag scaled shield. So this here, I'm going to create a new file, tag scaled damage.cs. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this do probably 4 damage per minion card. So its damage is going to be based on how many minions you have on the board, because I think that's good thematically. Nose is goated, must keep. Yes. Okay, so what am I doing? Dynamic magnitude ability. So let's call this dynamic damage ability. Value scalar, original base magnitude scalar, make multiplier scalar. How does this work? Damage ability is equal to new damage. Query count provider, query options, card tag dot. I should probably just provide the tag here. Card tag, tag filter. Private, read only, card tag, tag filter. Deal value scalar damage per allied deal 4 damage per allied minion card, and this is going to be tag filter. So tag scaled damage is basically a composed ability that's just going to apply a base magnitude scaling for each tag on the board. And now what I can do in the marionette is I can do new tag scaled damage for card tag dot minion. And that should be it. So now if I go to my run manager, we can test it. I'll get rid of the lantern here. Let's public const string marionette. Run manager, let's just do var marionette is equal to. All right, let's see if it works. Reload from disk, that's fine. Let's go. Anyone see Terry Crews saying, I got no strings in the movie Gamer like 15 years ago? Very creepy. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so here's our marionette. Looks pretty good. Deal 4 damage per allied minion card. Sweet. Oh, my board isn't big enough though. So let's see if this works. Shop. Give me a board size increase. Ugh. Let's just add echo onto the marionette. Boom, boom. I don't have enough. Let's see if I can get a board size. I need 2 board size increases, actually. No. I should add that as an option to the shop, actually. Increase board size. There we go. I'm going to need to do it again, though. I need better testing tools. Come on, give me an increased board size. I just want to test the marionette. Gee dang it. Fine, I'll just change the value in the script instead of testing it properly. Nailed the head angle for sure. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate that. Thank you for the suggestions, everybody, for the design suggestions there. Okay, so I've got Marionette. This should deal 0 damage. Well, let's just see. This should deal 4 damage when I go into a combat here. Let's see what happens. Boom, 4 damage. Look at that. So it's working properly. Test. Okay. Oh, I died. Let's do this and this. Now let's just make sure that it's going to deal 12 damage now. So if I put this guy in here and this guy in here, Marionette should deal 12 damage. Assuming the villager doesn't die first. Boom, 18. Oh, it crit. It cratted for 18 damage. It's got a 10% crit chance. Anyway, so yeah, you could see that I've got a pretty robust set of abilities now to where I was able to just easily create that brand new tag scale damage ability, and it works. So yeah. So I'm gonna undo that change that I just made. Add Marionette. So that's how I add a new card to the game. I'm glad we were able to do something fun. I think it's time to finally configure a debug menu. Yeah, I know. Trader needed a 3rd upgrade. Yeah. Yeah, I will add probably the board upgrade as an option. Add board upgrade as option. So there's also enchant as option. There's going to probably be other things as well. But this is done. Looks fun. Thank you, Kville. Yeah, symmetry is important. Yeah, for sure in that screen. All right, well, I've got a bunch of errands that I need to attend to for my friend's impending visit here. He's coming in from out of state. So that's probably going to be it. I mean, not probably. That's going to be it for the stream. Unless anyone has any final questions, I'm happy to answer those for you. But in the meantime, check out the links in the description below. Those are all the ways that you can support my work. You can purchase Gunforged on Steam if you want to support my game development efforts, but you can also consider picking up one of my Udemy courses. I've got a GD script and a C# course. Those will teach you how to build a complete game in the Godot engine. All of those are great ways to support me. There's a pinned message in the live chat right now, which is a Google form that will through which you can submit your project for potential code review on this channel. So the first video of the Godot project code review series that I'm starting is live now on the channel, so go ahead and watch that. And in that series, basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up your Godot projects. I will be looking at it from a technical standpoint, from a scene structure standpoint. I'm not going to be commenting on game design or anything like that, but I will be commenting on the technical details of it. And I'll be rewriting code, explaining to the audience like what's all going on in the game and how various systems work. And so if that's something that you're interested in doing, definitely use that form to submit it. Let me know what you think about that first episode of the code review series, what you would like to see changed, if it's too long, if it's not long enough, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll probably be back at it maybe Monday morning, if not then Monday afternoon, streaming again. So thanks again, everyone, for your support. Thanks for your feedback. Thanks for your participation in the chat. And thank you to all the VOD watchers and lurkers out there. I know that you are enjoying these videos as well. And have a great weekend, everyone. And I will see you next week when we continue work on this card-based auto battler grid inventory management, necromancy, alchemy, medieval science-themed game. Okay. All right. Let's see. Why do you start tracking your stuff with Obsidian? I noticed that you used to do it on Trello. I just want to keep ownership of my data. Basically, that's it, because it all saves to local files and Markdown. Okay, all right. Bye-bye, everyone.